Hello there YouTube, it is Katie. How are you guys? It's been a long time. It feels like way longer than I'm sure it really has been. I have a lot to talk about today. Sometimes I have nothing to talk about today. There's a lot. I even made a long little list. So let's get started, shall we? So, from the beginning, I'm a lap band patient. I started my highest journey at 316 pounds. My date of surgery was 308.6 pounds. I have an 11cc realized lap band, and I was banded on December 17th of 2009. Today is May 21st of 2012. So I am going on 2.5 years post-op with my lap band. Which a lot of people in that time frame are in maintenance phase and just living life after having that first plummet of weight loss and getting to goal and all that. So a lot to talk about today. First, you're probably wondering, well, what do you weigh now? That's a really good question. I don't know, and I'll tell you why. For the past 2.5 years, I have been an avid weigher. I mean, probably an obsessive weigher. Morning, noon, night, maybe again before I go to bed. It was constant. I weighed myself all the time. And what was starting to happen is I've been in the 170s for so long, probably honestly for about a year. Well, I mean, give or take, you know, dips down 10 pounds, dips up 10 pounds. So I mean, it's been a roller coaster around the 170s for quite some time, and I truly have been happy at that weight range. My initial goal when I had weight loss surgery was to hit 170 pounds, and I feel amazing at that number. So I can't be upset about that. Let's see if I can sit. Sorry. So there we go. So what I started noticing though is I was starting to let the scale really dictate my day and my mood, in the sense of whether it was good or bad. If it was a really good, day, I was really on point with my water and my food and calories and working out, but then I would weigh myself and I'd be up, I'd be totally pissed and feel like I shouldn't have tried so hard, and so then would turn into an effort fest. I would have ice cream and fried food and whatever I thought would make me feel better. So then on the flip side, when the scale showed something positive, in a good way, like it showed a loss, I then in my head started to play with myself thinking, well, I know I'm down a pound, so I can have this ice cream because I'm already down in weight. So it became a tool that was really hurting me. And a lot of people can use it to their advantage, and I did for a long time, but it got to a point when I was really not utilizing the scale in my weight loss for what I should have. So, I've tried the experiment. I've taken the scale away once before, maybe even twice before, and failed miserably. I hated it. I think I even gained. But I'm in a different phase now. I'm 2.5 years out. I'm living my normal life. And I say that because I'm not saying that my first year post-op isn't normal, but for me that wasn't normal life. And I say that, and hopefully a lot of people will relate, meaning it is not a normal routine that I could realistically manage forever and ever. To eat 800 to 1,000 calories every single day, to go to the gym 6 days a week, to be obsessed with calories and protein and water and how many calories did I burn, did I take a number 2, I mean it was constant, and it really got me results. I went from 316 pounds down to, I think my lowest weight I've seen was around 165. So it's not that doesn't work, but is that a realistic lifestyle that I'm going to live forever? It wasn't for me. Some people it is. That's awesome. But what was starting to happen, like I said, is I was really letting the scale just let me goof off every single day when I knew better. When really, if I took the scale away and just looked in the mirror, felt how my clothes fit, and went strictly on just how I felt great. I don't know why that number messed with me so much, and I think that's why we all get so fixated on a number with a goal. And not that anything's wrong with that for everybody else, but for me, I need to stop being so fixated on, you know, what is my goal. To be completely honest with you, I feel like I've been at goal for the past year, and I say that because I'm really comfortable and happy around 170 pounds. That may not be your individual goal, nor do you think that would be where I should be, or lots of opinions. I don't care. The thing is you have to do what feels right for you for the rest of your life. If I was sitting here basing myself on 4 other ladies and their specific goal range and BMI and blah blah blah, I'd constantly be trying to be somebody else and push myself and make myself feel like a failure if I didn't get to that place, number, BMI, blah blah blah. And I want to mention this because, not that I have been away from YouTube or my weight loss Facebook, but you don't really stay in touch with it as much when you're just kind of like trying to figure everything out mentally with your journey. I log in one day to my weight loss Facebook, and I get a message from a girl named Laura, and I won't tell any more in case she's watching, but I want to give her the biggest virtual hug thank you, because Laura, who I believe is almost 8 years post-op of a weight loss surgery, I can't remember off the top of my head, but she had watched my last video and sent me the nicest, most refreshing, exactly what I needed to hear type message related to put the scale away, stop being fixated on a number or anybody else's number, focus on how you feel, know that tomorrow you could gain 10 pounds or lose 10 pounds, and you'll know how you feel by the way you feel, not by what a scale says. And it just hit me right. And I haven't been that appreciative of feedback in a long time. Because, you know, people can tell you all day long that you have done a great job or you know what you need to do, but ultimately you're the one who has to make those decisions. And so I want to thank her because that really was exactly what I needed to hear at the right time. I still have my accountability partners, KacyKwinn and BecksGetsBanded, and you know, there's still lifetime fitness goals that we are still pushing through together. We have a half marathon, 13.1 miles, to run in 25 days from now. So that's something I have still been training for. Yeah, I've gotten a little relaxed with the training until in this past week. Something just clicked in me, and I feel back on it. I have the fire again. I am counting every single calorie. I use my Fitness Pal on my iPhone to track every calorie, every ounce of water, every calorie burned. I mean, it sometimes feels good to take a break, but also sometimes feels really good to get back into the routine of what got you to that place to begin with. At a manageable level. I'm not sticking to 800 calories a day and working out 6 days a week, because that for me is not feasible for the rest of my life. So just trying to get a routine back in place. And so yeah, with the scale, my last recorded weight before I put the scale away, because I kept letting it torture and taunt me, was 180 pounds, 0.4. So yes, I had crept up in weight. Do I think I have lost since then? Granted, it's been about a week, I think, since I put the scale away. And let's talk about scale anxiety. Holy shit. It's been so bad because part of me feels like I need that scale to validate me, to validate how I look in my clothes, how I look in the mirror, how I am going to have, you know, what kind of day I'm going to have, which is crazy, because it's just a scale and it's just a number. But I think I have that stemming from being 316 pounds and not ever paying attention to that scale. So there has to be a good balance. So I am not weighing myself again until the day I leave for my half marathon, which I'm leaving on June 15th. So I'm not weighing myself until June 15th. And when I say I've had scale anxiety, some days it doesn't bother me, but some days, like this morning, my husband left for work and I tore the house apart because I made him hide the scale from me. He doesn't know that, but I went through closets, I went through our garage, I went through storage stuff. I was literally in a panic searching for that validation, which tells me I need to have a break from the scale. I need to be on track, but I need a break. I need a break to feel me, to feel how I, am with my body, with my current size, with just not having a scale dictate my day. So, and I think a lot of people go through that. And if not, that's what I'm going through. So, it's my journey, and I'm being honest and documenting everything. I don't like to say that I was 180.4 pounds, because before that I got down to like 175 and just kind of been bouncing all over the 170s. But then when I saw the 180.4, it just pissed me off, because the closer and closer you creep up, it's easy. I don't like it. I don't like it being easy to gain weight. So, but let's talk about some great stuff. I ran a 4-mile race with my husband's little cousin. Not really little anymore, but I babysat her from the time that she was like in elementary school. And now she's a 23-year-old girl. So we ran a 4-mile race together, and it was fun. It was just neat to have someone else in, my family, his family, to do race stuff with. To be like, that's our activity for a Saturday. We're going to go run a race. So it was really exciting. So I'll put some of those pictures in there as well. It was cold and raining, but the adrenaline was great. I did the 4 miles in 40 minutes, which is a 10-minute mile, which felt really, really good. I've been really trying to do a lot of distance running, not focusing so much on speed, because I'm going to be doing 13.1 miles in a matter of 3 weeks. So, yeah, so that's that. What else? Even my husband's friends have reached out to me asking if I want to do races with them on their teams. And that's neat. I was there for a long time when with my husband. At 316 pounds, none of his friends are going to reach out and ask me to run a race. Let's be honest. Okay, the only time I was running was like to McDonald's. So, it's nice now to be asked, to do fitness things with anybody. So that's exciting. Let's see here. I have a friend who is in the non-weight loss surgery world. And she has always, from day one for me with this journey, been insanely supportive, and I'm sure she's watching. But she has been literally right behind me every step of the way, whether it's sending me little cards every now and then saying, I watched your videos, gosh, you did such a great job, or I'm so happy you did your run, and I'm glad you graduated Couch to 5K, and anything, or a text message, or a voice note, or just anything. She has been insanely supportive. And what started to happen is she moved away, and then started getting into fitness again, and trying to get healthy, lose weight, get in shape, all that stuff. And she was sending me her accountability stuff as far as, I'm at the gym, I had a killer workout, I did, X, Y, and Z, and I killed it. And I would always reply and be like, oh my God, that's awesome, I'm so excited for you. But truly what was going through my mind was I was annoyed. I wasn't annoyed with her. I was annoyed because someone else in my life is really going through a phase of being happy and changing and having that post-workout swagger, and I'm annoyed. So it made me sit back and be like, why am I so annoyed right now with getting her messages? And I told this, so it's not like I'm saying anything that's mean here. And it was just me being annoyed with myself that I'm not getting my ass off the couch and doing it too, because I know how good it feels. I know how amazing it feels to get off that treadmill and be like, damn, I feel like a gangster because I just ran, 5, 10, whatever miles, and I'm able to. Or, my annoyed feeling was not at her, it was to myself, because I wasn't having the same reaction with my workouts. I was in a lull. And so, I told her, I'm like, you don't realize how much that means to me that, you send me, your positive workout stuff, and I'm so proud of her and happy for her, and I'm excited too, because when I am able to visit her, or when she comes here, or I go there, whatever, that's something we can also share together now. It's not just going to eat or go shopping, which those are fun too, and those will not stop. But that's just another thing we can add to the list of doing, things to do together with fitness. So I'm really happy for her, and I'm happy I'm not annoyed with that anymore. So since I got my fire back. But that's all the stuff that's been going on in my mind with my current spot in this journey. My husband has mentioned a few times that he would like to start going to the gym with me and start watching what he eats. And I think a lot of it too is because we'll be at a restaurant or wherever we are, whatever we're doing, and I am plugging in my fitness stuff, whether it's whatever I'm eating, into my fitness pal on my phone. And so he'll ask me, well, hey, look up what mine is. How many calories is this? And I'm like, oh, it's, whatever. So he's mentioned a few times, but like any of us know, it can't be something that someone forces you into doing. You really have to want it for yourself. I'm supportive of him either way, as was he for me, all through our marriage and dating and everything until I reached the point where I was ready to make a change. So, if and when he does, I will be the best damn accountability partner that he can ask for. And it will be easier to do it with someone. So I'm looking forward to that change someday. We'll see what happens. I will keep you posted. But that's all what's going on here in my world. Do I think that I've lost weight since putting the scale away? I do, actually. I'm going off how my clothes are feeling, and I don't feel so puffy, and I've really been on track with keeping track of my calories and my workouts. So that feels good. It feels good again. Do I miss the scale? Absolutely. I was even at Walgreens over my lunch break today, and I saw scales for sale, and I literally thought, I wonder if I could just take my clothes off and weigh myself like a crazy person. I obviously would not do that, but it did cross my mind, so that's weird. But anyway, I didn't get to go to Las Vegas this year for the Weight Loss Surgery Foundation of America meet and greet, and I wasn't really jealous about that until I saw the Facebook statuses and the pictures, and I was bitter Betty. I was jealous. I wanted to be there so bad, and everyone looks like they had so much fun, so I'm going to go next year. That's what I'm deciding. I had a lot of fun when I went last year with Kacy and Becky, and oh yeah, so that was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that again. What else? I think that's all I have. I talked a lot, sorry, but I had a lot on my mind. So hope you guys are all doing well as well, and thanks to everyone who has been sending messages, and I'll put some pictures on here as well that you can see. But until next time, I will come back to you before, or maybe even after I do my weigh-in for my half marathon. So have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.